welcome to our 6th episode of Cream House White Trim and Other Modern Horrors. And today we have
I'm
a guest.
Liam, and you're Sabina.
What? Oh, right.
Yes.
I'm Sabina, you're Liam. And also we have a guest whose name is Asher.
I am Asher, and I think I am one of the modern horrors, am I not? Not only am I a guest on the show, I am also the point of analysis.
Okay, Asher, point of analysis and modern horror.
Yes. I've been friends with Asher for the past couple of years through school, and as Sabina mentioned, she met him literally 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Before our audio test.
And we biked to his neighborhood, which was impressive because I'm not always so good at the whole navigation thing, but we got there and persevered, and now we're in another sort of fancy neighborhood. What is it with all of our guests being in fancy neighborhoods? Okay, well, here's a house. Well, oh wait, what happened to the... Oh, we should go this way.
Oh yeah, the
pink house?
And
why don't we talk about this house when we get there?
Okay, what? Oh, God. So it's I've described many times on the podcast the color of Liam's house and the color of my house. And one is scab green and one is baby poop brown. And this is if you mashed those two colors together.
I mean, it's not quite baby poop brown right now, but...
Oh, no, but it was.
Yes, it was.
My house, not this house. This house is also not quite baby poop brown, but it's much closer.
This is if you mash them together, but it's the bad parts of each of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it has bright white trim, which just makes it all worse.
See, what I like about this is I know the person that lives here, and I think the analysis of the worst parts of two things is pretty fitting, considering I went to middle school with this girl. I mean, I don't think anyone is their best in middle school. I certainly wasn't. But,
true.
A uniquely bad example.
It's deserved.
Deserved.
It's tall. It has mediocre steps. I don't know. Whatever.
We're on a podcast. You can't just go mediocre steps.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can. Watch me. Mediocre steps. That's all I'm going to say.
Mediocre steps? There are so many different mediocre steps.
He just made air quotes with his
Are these the double steps you guys hate so much?
No. Double steps is where you have one porch and two stairs. One goes up this way and one goes up that way.
I don't.
Or
think
you
I've
have a
ever seen
porch
that
with
before.
two different stairways up to it.
Huh.
On either side.
Someday when
Strange.
we're rich and famous, we'll make a book of a walk through. My grandma wants to walk all of our.
That would be cool.
My grandma's really into this.
I'll say hi to your grandma if she walks by my house.
Okay.
I like the star.
They also just have rope in their tree. I don't know why. It's just there, and it's not attached to anything. It's just there.
I think it has an air of enigmaticness to it, and I kind of appreciate that. What's it doing there?
Yeah.
No clue.
It just sort of looks forgotten about, there was once a rope swing, and then somebody got mad and cut up the rope swing, and now there's no rope swing.
Wait, a rope swing comes down because you got mad at it.
Yeah. I mean, because it doesn't, come down you systematically tie it down. They just hacked at it, and now it's gone.
So they got a ladder and hacked it? Because
I feel
the
like
rope
you're just channeling Asher here.
That is something I would say. No, the rope, I agree with, well, I suppose I agree with both of you, because I do agree that it is very haphazardly cut off, but at the same time, it's pretty high up there. So, did they throw a knife at it?
Oh,
or...
yeah, for sure.
No, maybe it was
threw a
just,
chainsaw.
someone Sabina's height just came along and was I actually have to bend down to this one.
Because I'm really tall. In case you didn't gather.
Comparatively.
Okay, I like this door. This one's across the street. And the door, if you cut it out and put it on a castle, it would fit.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, okay, so, you know how sometimes people are drawing a brick house, and they don't want to draw every single individual brick, so they just, draw some bricks in here and there to, give the idea of brick? That's what this house is like, but with stones. So, the front door is all stoned, and the front window, and then, around the next window, and then whoever was drawing the house just got bored and was I'll fill the rest in with marker. And then they did, and it just looks splotchy and sad.
Maybe the bricks are an infection. It's spreading.
It actually
it does look like that.
It looks like brick fungus is, eating away at the weird, matcha latte, except for gray house?
Gray tea latte?
I think if
Yes.
it was all brick, the brick effect would be cool, but the roof wouldn't work with it because it would be all gray. Because this roof is like almost the same gray as the brick itself.
Okay, so I've gotten lots of listener feedback, and I've learned that roofs actually are important according to some people. I actually haven't even changed my mind very much, but I do see your point. And I think it could work if the stone were just this front little facade where there's like the door and the window and the other window and like a gutter thing, but it's just like it's like one wall, kind of, and it's a small wall, and I think that would be okay.
Is it just me, or does that dormer look like it like gets pushed out during the day and pulled in during the night, so it's just a flat roof?
It does. It looks like a cat door, but giant and on the roof. Ooh, airplane.
Beautiful.
You don't get airplanes all the time.
Yeah,
Right now.
well, you get airplanes about once every episode.
Yeah, actually.
See, what gets me about this house is the door. Like, I feel like it sticks out a lot, given that everything is a very monotone gray, and then there's this, like, kind of hobbit hole-esque wooden door that looks like, you know, like I feel like in some sort of siege it would be broken down. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, the siege of the people who, you know, angrily came down and chopped down the rope swing and angrily came down and smashed down the door.
I'd like to point out that rope swing would be like over the sidewalk.
Yeah, rope swings are over the sidewalk all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
No, there are always rope swings in the sidewalk.
Thank you.
No, they're just like on the side over the grass.
No, they're
That's
not.
how that works.
Sometimes responsible people put a little thing so you can tie them back in the tree.
Yes, okay, I've seen that.
Yeah, but
seen that.
often people don't. Sometimes
Okay.
they're just sitting there, Liam. Have you never been to a rope swing?
You have a rope swing in your back? Well,
Exactly.
it's not
There's
really a rope
the
swing.
tire swing in the
Tire
backyard.
swing in your backyard, but that's not anywhere near a sidewalk. That's completely irrelevant. Liam.
Maybe they did tie this one back, okay?
Anyway, here we are. The legendary pink house.
It's wow. Yep.
It's very pink.
It's very pink. It's very like
For a second I thought the roof was even pink. It's not pink, it's gray. But
That is
no,
not
it's not.
gray.
It's red.
It's like-
ish, brownish.
That's reddish.
It's like not gray at all.
well,
I
the thing
think
is the roof itself is kind of gray and there's just like
I mean, I'd argue
it's
that
just
it's
aged.
tinted pink.
Don't get hit by that car.
car
it's like
avoidance.
very light, very sad, very faded salmon.
The roof is very, very faded salmon.
No, the house.
The house?
Were we still talking about the roof?
I thought we were.
Oh, well, I missed that.
That does not look like salmon. That's like
Well, it's like a
it's sort of like 7-year-old
You
birthday
cannot
party.
deny that there's a hint of pink in that roof.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, a hint.
It's
but it's
almost
not.
completely pink.
It's
I mean,
not
the
completely
roof isn't
pink,
completely
but it's not
It's sort
gray.
of gray pink.
No,
It's not gray.
It's not gray.
Okay, I suppose I'm just gonna be outvoted
You
here.
are definitely just going to be outvoted here. Yeah, I like having guests. They always agree with me.
You're just lucky I have a habit of disagreeing with Liam.
Oh, me too. It's great. They have a very large hedge that sort of just looks like somebody poured some liquid hedge all over the lawn, and then the hedge like kind of spilled and burbled, and they would go in where
should
it wasn't
invent that.
supposed to go.
Liquid hedge.
Liquid
You
hedge.
just pour it on your lawn.
Yeah.
Anyway, Asher met Quinn once at a regular Friday night dinner thing, but then thought it was Sabina. So
Oh
there's a
yeah.
long time
So
where-
the whole time as I was watching the podcast, listening to the podcast, thank you. I had this image of I thought that when I heard Sabina's voice, I thought of Quinn,
Oh my
and
gosh.
then Liam told me is like, wait, that's a different person, and then
I
it
think
kind of all
Quinn
just
will
went
really
downhill
appreciate
from that.
I also really appreciate that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, me and Quinn are actually different people.
yes,
I
like very
realize that
different
now.
people.
Okay, so this house is just all white. And really,
Which
I
one?
guess
There's a
I'm
lot of
really
all-white
totally
houses right here.
completely conceding to Liam. Because this house has a black roof, and that makes me hate it less. But the reason that I really... Oh my god. I just noticed another reason I really hate it. As I was starting to say the reason I really hate it, there's painted brick. And it's painted white brick, and it would look so good if it weren't painted. It's like a brick wall, like a little wall, and it would be so nice and quaint if it were brick colored, but they painted it white and it looks like a sad block of tofu. And they have non-painted brick stairs, but the side of the brick stairs are painted white. What?
Like one side has a railing and the other side is just cuts out to their garage.
And it's painted white,
And it's
but
painted
not
white.
the part you step on. That's
Yes.
not painted white. That's called the something, the treads, and the part that's called the kicks. That's
Sabina's
like
dad built a
the
staircase.
vertical part is also brick, and all the rest of it is white, and it makes me sad and mad and not glad.
Yeah, I feel like it would just contrast so much better if it was all just regular brick.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like quaint if it had the white and the roof? I mean, the white house and the black roof and the little brick and the blah blah.
It would be very Greek. And I mean, it still looks pretty Greek, but now it looks like, Greek, but someone poured a bottle of bleach on it.
Yeah.
What makes a house look Greek?
I don't know. It's just something about the trees. Like,
Oh, whoa, that's an awesome tree. It's like got so many limbs, and it looks like
Oh yeah.
it has a mustache and it's screaming.
This tree, it's
Oh,
sort of
yes.
like
that's my favorite.
this is sort of like like it's a phantom tree where it's just sticking arms out everywhere, but they're sort of good. It's hard to describe.
See, I think of it as like a dancer, but they have like extra limbs sewn onto them.
Yeah, but I feel
yeah.
like it's totally saying boo at us because it has like four arms sticking out and then another one from behind. Maybe that's a tail, and then it has this top limb that just sort of goes almost like.
It sort of looks
You know,
like
it's
it's
very-
upside down and falling from the sky, like
Yeah.
dripping down as it
As a
falls.
dancer, I can say that, upside down and falling is how a dancer is. It reminds, like, it's graceful and horrific at the same time, which I
Yes.
find very attractive in trees. I would want that tree in my front yard.
That is a cool tree.
Yeah,
I'm the
tree-
only not dancer here.
True. Well, sort of.
Ooh, I appreciate the Big Brother is watching you sign. And also the, oh my god, please make it stop 2020 parody election sign.
I
I
do
have to
appreciate
say,
that.
I do agree with that sign. I do feel that one.
I don't know. So they have a sort of nice house number. Their house is just kind of milky yellow, like it looks like spoiled milk.
That's what spoiled milk looks like.
No, but it looks like how you imagine spoiled milk.
Okay.
I think it looks like honey butter to me, which is a very pleasant look.
Honey butter?
Honey butter, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
It's so good.
Is
Are
it
you
butter
serious?
with
You guys
honey
have
in it?
never heard of honey butter?
No.
honey butter.
No, you put it on like biscuits and stuff?
Is it
Maybe.
butter and honey mixed together?
Are you just English?
No, I am English?
Well, biscuits and stuff.
No. Midwest is where honey butter is.
See, this guy's from New Jersey.
Is New Jersey in the Midwest?
No.
No, but the point is it's not here.
Right. but
I don't
it's
know
not
why
in
it
the
wouldn't be
Midwest.
here. Maybe I'm just more in touch with the culinary scene
See,
than you
Sabina
guys
actually
are,
knows
and
where
I
New
know
Jersey
that
is
honey
now.
butter is delicious.
Everything is legal in New Jersey.
Yes, thank you.
Cut that out. Please cut out any and all of my references to Hamilton. I'm so sorry because we watched it when it came out on Disney Plus. Moving on. Let's go past this house. I feel like we're a little bit emotionally stuck here.
Yeah. Emotionally, mentally.
Okay, so
Ideologically.
we're crossing a street. I'm stepping really loudly so that you can tell that we're stepping.
That's a very large tree.
That is a large tree.
Whoa!
Let's go check out that tree.
That tree's like almost as tall
This
as
is
I
like
am.
this is a 5-way intersection. Who makes a
One,
5?
two,
No,
three,
sorry,
4, 5.
Yeah, 5.
Why
Oh,
would you
yeah.
do 4? That would not be remarkable at all, Liam.
It would not, but either way, it's like they all come in at different angles, and there's just a big. It looks like a big street courtyard. It's just a bunch of blank space in the middle.
Yeah, I want to have a garden in here or something. I guess that
Yeah.
would defeat the whole driving thing, but
Like-
we don't really need cars. Cars can just
It's like
go
you could
away.
have a whole block party just on the intersection.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I mean, it's not my block, but it would still be fun. I could
Asher's
crash
block.
somebody else's block
You could
party.
Yeah.
crash
Maybe not
Asher's block
As,
party.
as someone who does live here and occasionally drive here, I don't like this intersection very much. Because I usually come at it from... Ooh, I don't know how I'm going to explain this in words. It's 5 ways, and I have to... The way I usually come has a stop sign, and all the other ways don't have stop signs.
Oh, that is bad.
So you kind of... And that's a blind corner because of the trees. So, like, you kind of just have 4 ways to die, you know?
Oh,
It's a
okay.
tree. It's a
I'm
big
not
tree.
even thinking about the tree. It's a tree. What do you care
What
about
were you
the
thinking
tree?
about? The
I'm
house?
thinking about the house. Duh. The podcast is about houses, Liam.
I swear. So I know it's impolite to go back to like old episodes with guests, but Asher's listened to them all, so it's.
I have listened. I am your biggest fan. Probably.
So this house has the sunshine pattern again, and I swear I've seen it like once in my life before the podcast, and then I started looking at houses, and I swear it's everywhere.
It's got like a little. There's like a little half dome, like really small in the center of the porch roof, and then all the slats like extend, like it looks like a sunrise. I really like it in this context. I don't like it in most contexts.
It's very beautiful, and I think it's quite necessary for this house, because otherwise this house would literally just be a block.
Mm-hmm.
A gray block.
It just like
Yeah.
somebody dropped a gray square and then put a little wooden door in it. But
Gray
I
house, white
It's-
trim.
Yeah, gray
Yeah.
house, gray roof, but you really can't see the roof because it's 2 stories and it's kind of a flat roof.
And
Um,
the thing that makes me the most uncomfortable is there's a porta potty in front of their house, which is also gray and white, and it just is the same shade of gray and white, and it really matches their
and
house.
not only that, but there's like a yellow sign on it, and it's close to the color of their door.
Yeah, it's just they really match their porta potty.
See, they're bush too. That yellow and the yellow on the sign.
Yeah,
It really is a match made in heaven.
I'll bet they
Yeah.
went like they went to the
Porta-potty
porta potty
heaven.
store and they were like, "Which porta potty should we get?"
Right. That I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't happen. That chimney, it still looks like bricks.
Say it ain't so.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's just white bricks, but you can still see the like mortar on the inside, so all is not lost. Maybe they were just bricks that were white and then they stacked them.
I have to say that takes some attention to detail, not getting the paint in the mortar.
Yeah, I
I'll
wonder.
bet it is white brick.
I think it's white brick, and then they
Huh.
just used the white bricks to
The
stack.
sad part is
make
that
the
means
chimney.
it wasn't painted brick.
So for white bricks, do they paint the bricks individually, or do they use a different kind of clay?
Huh? Maybe they paint the bricks individually, but like.
I imagine they probably figure out some way to like spray paint.
Yeah, not like individually,
Yeah.
like hand painting. That would be expensive.
I think this house is kind of cute. Is that just me?
Well, if it weren't like boring, horrible office gray, I would agree. Like make
But
it
the
a
thing
nice
is, the
yellow.
plants kind of cover up all the gray, except the roof. It is a very.
I think
gray
the roof is kind of funny. It's like it's very symmetrical.
makes it look kind of like a chevron shape as you go up.
A chevron shape, huh?
And it's like very layered. Like we've got the porch roof, and then the roof, and then there's another roof, and it's like it looks like
Yeah.
you could bounce down. There's a roof and another roof.
Yeah, and
I'm
the-
really descriptive.
The door is, it's wood, and it's got sort of like slats around the edges, so it's like squares and rectangles and stuff. I'm at 31 minutes, and I told Sabina I was going to kill someone if we went over 40 again.
Okay.
Again?
This house.
Oh, so normally so the first time we recorded to 29 minutes, and I cut it down to 23, and then we recorded to something.
Why would
basically,
I remember this? And our last
Quinn's
one was
ep-
50 minutes.
yeah, well, 52.
52, and our one before
And
that
I
was
want
like
them
43.
between 20 and 25.
Okay.
Which means I'm cutting over 50% of the audio. It is not fun. Because then you're actually like, you know what, this content actually isn't good enough. But, we've done it twice now, and it's not fun.
Okay.
It's not
So
fun.
last house is right here. But that was totally your fault because I wanted to wrap up the podcast. And you were like, "No, Sabina, don't wrap up the podcast."
That was actually a different episode. That was the one you edited.
Oh well, la-di-da. This house has somebody in the window staring at me. I wish it were yellow. Let's leave. Okay.
Well, we're not in front of this house. I feel like it doesn't seem fair.
What do you mean it doesn't seem fair? It's not their fault that they don't know where their front door is. Where is the
That's a good way
front of
to
this
put it.
house? Oh, it's over there. I
has-
just don't know where their front door is.
I would kind of be on board with a frontless house.
How would you get in?
Well, there'd be a door, but all of them are like doors like in the back of your house that you get in late at night when you go to Plaid Pantry to get a big bag of Sour Patch Kids. I'm not speaking from experience
Not
or
at
anything.
all. What flavor of Sour Patch? Like, what's the best flavor?
See, I like the extreme sour because I don't know, extreme things are fun to me.
No, I agree. I feel like sour candy, you just gotta go all the way.
Same with spicy. I almost said spicy candy. Spicy
That's a
foods.
thing. But
Okay,
anyway,
we
what
have to talk
flavor
about
of
this house.
extreme sour?
We have to talk about this
Well, I
house.
think extreme sour is the flavor, right?
Well, but don't they come in like blue raspberry and like?
Oh,
Cherry.
favorite of the individual. I was thinking like watermelon. I mean, I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
the watermelon very much.
Well, no,
Oh.
not watermelon, obviously, because I assume you're a reasonable person.
I'm
Asher's
reasonable
not a
in
reasonable
that
person.
front.
There's a reason I got the name Reasonable Man and not Asher.
You're not very reasonable either, Liam.
I'm not very reasonable when you're around.
You're reasonable.
Right.
You're reasonable at school, and I've yet to find out whether or not that's if you're putting on a show or not.
Have you
I know
listened
you're
to the
gonna put it on a show.
podcast?
Yes.
I
Really?
have listened to the podcast, and that's why I'm
Oh.
confused. I like
Can we
this house. I
talk
think we
about
should
that
talk
house?
about this
No?
house
Okay.
last.
And on something
Yeah,
we
this
like.
house.
Okay.
Asher is the guest, so he gets to Thoughts
He
as
gets
a-
final say.
I really like this house. It's like the paint is really nice. It's kind of there's a large section of maroon, but the majority of the house is like this kind of dark or not purple,
It's
like blue cyan-y color.
Yeah, and they have lots of plants and trees and it's sort of shaded.
Okay,
Not a big
listener,
house.
If you listen to lots of our episodes, just know that it's a completely different cyan than any other house we ever describe as cyan, because I don't think any of us actually know what color cyan is.
This is sort of like a dark blue-green.
Right,
More blue than green.
right.
The roof is sort of gray, but it's not particularly important. There's trees. There's a big tree out front. I like that.
So
And there's a little lawn, but then there's a lot of garden behind that.
I like the garden, and I know I'm always contradictory, so like I don't want to be mean about this house, but it just goes straight from like dark blue to like dark maroon, and there's no break, and it just feels really awkward and random, especially because there's no maroon anywhere else. Like I feel like there should be some white trim in between the two, because there's white trim everywhere else.
I do agree with that.
I could see a white thing. Though, we are hitting the end, and I'd like to, just put this up as a possible favorite. I like it.
See,
Sabina's
my
sticking her tongue out
personal
at me.
favorite is the pink house because it has a air of danger to it. I feel like someone's
No.
been killed in there for some reason.
I
Wait,
think,
you like it because someone's been killed in
you
there.
know how like you
Yes.
love to hate things like Voldemort or whatever? Not Voldemort.
Sure,
I don't
yeah.
know. That was just a
Like
bad example.
you like to hate villains. That's how it works
Yeah,
in books.
so I love to hate the first house we talked about, Baby Poop Brown crossed with Scab Green.
Yeah, I can agree with you there, but that doesn't make it my favorite house.
It
We
is
are
my
choosing
favorite
a
house.
favorite house, Sabina.
No, it is my favorite house to hate.
Okay, so what's your favorite house to like? That's the point.
I don't have a favorite house to like. They were all a little sad this episode.
You have to choose one.
No, I don't. Watch me. I won't.
Okay, can we outvote her on this one? And choose this one?
I have to say, even as much as I love the murder house, I like this one a lot. Even though the maroon dark cyan transition is a bit strange, and the kind of medieval-esque statues kind of freak me out. Because I watched one episode of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange? Who's that? Doctor Who. And it was the Weeping Angels one.
Have either of us seen Doctor Who, Liam?
No.
I haven't. That's the only episode
Oh.
I've seen,
Okay,
and it's the
none
one
of
with
us
the
have seen Doctor
moving
Who.
statues that kill
They
you.
also-
If
they
you've
also have
seen
this
Doctor
little-
Who, you can write into creamhousewhitetrim@gmail.com and tell us all the things we're wrong about,
Nice segue.
including whether roofs matter.
Yes, they also have this skylight on top, which I appreciate.
Oh,
And
yeah.
two little dormers.
See, the reason I'm sold on this house is the windows, especially the top two. They're very nice
I love
and
the
round.
top dormer windows. And they have little curtains in them. It just, that part feels very quaint, and I'm all for quaintness.
Well, can we agree on this one as a favorite?
No.
As a liking favorite.
No, but you can agree on this one as a liking favorite.
Can we outvote her?
I can agree that I like the dormer and I like the puke house better because I love to hate it. It's not pukey, it's other bad bodily
But if
fluids.
that's the one you like to hate, which one is the one you like to like?
I don't.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
like
have to
liking these.
I don't. I'm
outvote
cynical,
Sabina on this
Liam.
one.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is my favorite.
Okay. Asher and I are
so
outvoting.
This is
your
my favorite one to
but
like.
no, you don't outvote me as in it's all of a sudden my favorite too.
Hey, I was not going to say the house with, Quinn's episode that you two chose. I was going to say the one that we described as cyan and apparently is not cyan.
Well,
or
you
maybe
could
it
have
is
still
cyan.
said that one. You could have just been like, well,
But that would have been
you
disagreeing.
can't-
That would have been not nice. We're supposed to
Disagree is
agree on an
great, Liam.
episode.
No, we're not supposed
We're
to
supposed to
agree.
agree on a.
No, we try, but we fail because we're sort of bad at this.
Yeah, we're supposed to agree on a house.
No,
though.
we're not necessarily.
We're totally
I mean,
supposed to agree
I
on a
feel
house.
like a lot of best things come out of conflict. Best things is really
Yes,
bad
but the
grammar,
point is
sorry.
you come out of conflict.
Yeah, out of conflict, we have agreeing to disagree.
No.
We have multiple definitions of the same thing, and I'm
Okay,
right.
if you had to choose a favorite besides the
but I
the
don't
house
have
that
to, so I won't,
you just don't want to choose a favorite this
because
episode.
I'm contradictory.
I think you're just feeling contradictory.
Well, yeah.
I think my presence does that to people.
What?
Well, I
Feeling
think we also do that
contradictory.
to each other.
What?
We Asher's presence makes people contradictory.
That's true,
And
but
you
I'm also often contradictory.
You're in a contradictory
anyway.
mood, and you already are anyway. Exactly.
See,
Yeah, let's head this way.
We sync together to become ultra Oh, that's a hard word to say.
But somehow you managed to agree
Contradictory.
with me. We never agree.
We agree sometimes.
We agree. Oh, pineapple pizza thing. Was that?
Pineapple pizza is something
Yes,
we
no?
agree on. Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
we're outvoting Aaron on that. Okay, I remember.
Pineapple
I
pizza,
remember.
yes, no.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so the person on that porch of the house that was your favorite just came out and silently stared at us while we talked for like the last minute.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well that about wraps up our podcast because Liam's trying to rush it.
Because I want to actually be able to edit this one. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not going to say thanks for listening to Cream House White Trim, etc., etc., etc.
I'm going to say thanks for listening to Cream House White Trim.
Because that's what we do in the outro.
No, but I'm going to say it now. Anyway, thanks for listening to Cream House White Trim, and I'll see you in the outro. Okay, bye!
Thanks for listening to Cream House White Trim. See you in the outro.
Bye. Alright, thanks for listening to Creamhouse White Trim and Other Modern Horrors. This episode was hosted and produced by me, I'm Sabina Oldham, and hosted and edited by Liam Miller Castles. That's the other one. Thank you to Asher Wolfsmith for being this episode's guest. I mean, that was pretty cool. Subscribe if you want. Do other cool things if you want. You know, I don't know. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can go write postcards to people to tell them to vote. I don't know, man. Bye.